Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie Esther here, and today I want to talk to you about a couple of news items, as well as some of you asked me to make a video to walk you through how the Twisted Masquerade event works. So we're going to jump right into it. First, I want to talk about the player count record. A week ago we set a new record for the number of players on Steam when Springtrap was released, with 106,000 players. That broke the record from 2021. When Nemesis came out, it was like 103,000. Today, it hit 120,000 players, which is remarkable. We can only assume that every platform got a similar swell of 20%, which is amazing. I'm glad to see the game's growth and hope that it continues on. And the most important thing is that the servers held on with the 20% increased player base, right? The servers held on today, so that was incredible. Congratulations, happy anniversary, Dead by Daylight. That was really great to see that happen. Next, we have some sales on here. Sun's Out sales on with 60% off the base game and up to 50% off select DLCs on Steam until July 10th. Other platforms are having similar sales. I don't have the dates right here. Hang on, I'll find them. Okay, here's your sale dates on the right for all the other platforms: Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and Epic. There's your sale dates. 60% off base game, 50% off of DLCs. Next, we have daily login rewards for the duration of the event. Here's your login calendar. Every day you're getting something. These are going to reset at 11 a.m. Montreal time each day, so make sure you go in game and grab them. And remember, you have to collect them in your in-game inbox. So let's go look at that right now. Okay, here we are in game. Here's the Twisted Masquerade event info. We'll check that in a minute. But first, we want to go down to this little envelope here for our inbox to claim our reward. So we're going to click on that. And we want to go into our messages here on the right-hand side at the top. And we have our login reward. So first, we're going to click this one here. This is the Gilded Trinkets. This is a new currency that'll be here for the duration of the Twisted Masquerade event. And you're going to use this currency to buy the event items. I'll show you those in a minute. So we're going to claim that as 100 gilded trinkets here. Claim that. There we go. That's at the top now. And then this is the daily login reward. This is the one that's going to reset at 11 a.m. Eastern time each day. And this is for 50,000 blood points and 500 iridescent shards. You have to claim that one every day. Otherwise, those are going to disappear. Okay. Okay, next we're going to move one tab over to the left where it says news, and this is going to bring up all our news tabs. This talks about how all original characters are free for you to try for the duration of the event, because you might want to try out some of the Twisted Masquerade outfits, but you don't have the characters, so they're free to try for now. And then this talks about the Twisted Masquerade is on until July 17th. And then the last tab here talks about the Twisted Masquerade collection. These are outfits that are related to the Masquerade, and these are limited time items. You'll only be able to buy these up until July 17th, and then they'll be gone until who knows when. Maybe they'll bring them back next anniversary. But with this being the final Twisted Masquerade, which means that next year the anniversary event is going to have a different theme. Who knows for sure when this stuff is going to be back? Probably next year, but who knows? They're definitely going with a different theme for the anniversary next year. The two new outfits this year are the Masquerade Musician for Barmar, although he mistakenly has Astry's voice in game. I'm sure they'll fix that. And the Masquerade Lich from the Dungeons and Dragons collection, both of those. But they have more than that available, and there are some Killer and Survivor mask bundles. There's actually 4 bundles in all that have some money saving opportunities. So we want to make sure that we check those out. So we'll click on View Collection, and they'll show all of these outfits. They brought back Masquerade outfits from previous years, as well as masks that you may have missed here. And here's your pricing. There's the 2 brand new ones, and then outfits you may have missed. And I'll show you the bundles. All the masks from previous years, they're all in here. Let me show you the bundle opportunities. So to find these bundles to save a little dough, you're going to click on bundles here at the top. And then we have 3 here, but there's actually a hidden one. Let's talk about the hidden one first. If you scroll down to the weekly charm bundle here, this actually has anniversary themed charms from previous years. So you might overlook this. So they have a 4th anniversary, year 4 cake, naughty pinata, and the 5-year candles. These are previous anniversary items, so that's a bundle that you might not notice. The main ones here, the top 3, we have this Twisted Masquerade bundle that comes with that unknown outfit. So you're going to get 10 additional items instead of paying the 1080 for the unknowns outfit. For just a smidge more, you're going to get these other 10 items here, 1221 for the whole bundle, and you'll get the 3 charms, 3 badges, and 3 banners. Looks like. What's this one? This is another charm. Okay, so I'm mistaken. It's 4 charms, 3 badges, and 3 banners for $12.21. Just a smidge more than the price of the unknown. The other 2 bundles are mask bundles. We have a survivor mask bundle and a killer mask bundle. 4 masks in each. Not sure how they decided who would be in these groups. So instead of 400 Oryx cells per mask, if you were to buy them individually, you can get all 4 instead of 1600. It's 1120, so that'll save you a bit. Obviously, if you own some of them already, you'll get prorated for the cost of the ones that you own in the bundle, so that'll make it even cheaper. And then here's the killer bundle. Here we have Singularity, Oni, Legion, and Blight. Same deal, 1120 instead of 1600, so that'll save you some dough on these. Gabriel, Jonah, Meg, and Zarina. And of course, since I do have a creator code, I would obviously tremendously appreciate it if you were to put my code in before you buy any Oryx cells and make any of these purchases. And you do that by clicking the Oryx cells up here, and then before you select your package to buy, you want to click this box down here that says support a content creator. And you can put my name in here is simply as Paulie or Paulie Esther. Both will work. And then you'll see here it says you're currently supporting Paulie Esther, and then you can buy whatever Oryx cell package you would like. It doesn't cost you any additional money to put someone's name in here, and you're going to get the full amount of Oryx cells, and they're not going to take any of your Oryx cells away and give some of them to me when you buy them. What this does is this is you giving Behavior permission to share some of the revenue that they get from your purchase with me. Basically, they're going to give me 5% of their share after they pay the platform stores. So it works out to be like 3 or 4% for me after all of their fees are given to the platform store, but it adds up. So I would obviously really appreciate it if you put my name. You should put some content creator's name in here so that somebody benefits from your purchase, if not me. Okay, next we're going to look at the stuff that's in the event. So we're going to click on the Twisted Masquerade event info, and that's going to take us to the event collection. So these are all the items that you can get in game, and you're going to get these by doing the quests. Doing the quests are going to allow you to earn this gilded trinkets currency here, and then you'll be able to use your trinkets to buy the things here. Since I got that daily login reward, I can go ahead and buy something right now. So let's buy this Party Chapel banner, and we'll unlock that for my 100 trinkets that I got from the inbox there. So that one's owned. Now we have to just go through and do the quests to get more currency to get all of the rest of these items here. Now, some of these items you'll get by doing the quests. Some of them you'll have to buy by doing the quests and earning the currency. Let's go and look at how this quest system works here. So we're going to click on this quest tab here, and then the Twisted Masquerade. And this will show you that if you complete 5 of the Masquerade quests, you'll unlock the Wraith's body, David King's torso, and you'll get a portion of gilded trinkets to spend in that collection store. 10 quests completed will get you the Wraith's weapon, David's pants, more trinkets. 15 quests completed will get you the Wraith's head, David's head, and more trinkets. And finally, complete all 20 of the quests and you'll get the Melting Candles banner, Trick's portrait, and more gilded trinkets. Now, it looks like the way this is set up, for the final one to complete 20 quests, you are going to have to play both sides. It looks like there's 4 parts here, so presumably there's 5 quests in each part. So that's 20 quests in all, and you will have to play both sides here. Now you can do 4 of the 5 quests from one side or the other. You could do 4 of the quests by just playing killer, 4 of the quests by just playing survivor, but you're gonna have to switch roles to get all 5 quests. So I really don't like how that's designed, because I know some people do not wish to play both roles. I wish that there were like additional quests here so that people could do the get the amount of Twisted Masquerade quests from playing just one role. So that's one criticism I have about this event. I don't really like that they're forcing people to play both roles if they don't necessarily want to, but anywho. Okay, so the quests for part 1 are complete 3 Twisted Masquerade trials, which just means play 3 games, collect 8 invitations from the pillars, activate invitation abilities 20 times in game, activate the invitation to break a pallet or break the walls 5 times, spawn party pallets 5 times from survivors. So that's the first batch of quests that we have here. Part 2 will unlock in 4 days, part 3 will unlock in 9 days, part 4 will unlock in 13 days, but you're going to be coming back every day to get your daily login anyway, right? So you'll be back to do these. It took me about 2 hours to do these quests. No big deal. Okay, so I had a couple people say that they can't find the event pillars. Well, you got to make sure that you're queuing up for play event. There's a separate queue here for the Twisted Masquerade. You got to make sure you're clicking this for the Twisted Masquerade. Otherwise, you aren't going to spawn the event stuff. So there's a separate queue for that. Queue up for this. By the way, due to the nature of some of the powers that the killers have here, this is a great opportunity for you to complete your adepts as killer. These are going to be some of the softest games that you were ever going to see as killer, because Survivor's going to be distracted with the party events, trying to go get party totems and party chests, and you're going to have the ability to just remotely break pallets while in chase and remotely hook survivors. These are going to be some of the softest killer games you ever get. My friend Mikey from Slasher Radio did like 14 adepts last year through this event. So these are some of the easiest killer games you're ever going to see. Now's the time to get your adepts if you don't have them. Okay, so here's the new offering, the Coconut Scream Pie, which gets 109% bonus blood points in all categories for all players in the trial. So people like to stack them in groups of 5 between the 4 survivors and the killer to get a ton of blood points. I think the most blood points I had so far was like 286,000 in one game or something. Now, I just spent about 1 million blood points on Claudette to prestige her. I went through the 50 levels and I only got 18 pies. Some people think that the pies are pretty low for a drop rate this year. You have to remember that for survivors, they are getting 4 anniversary items between the flashlights, the med kits, and the toolboxes, as well as this Coconut Scream Pie on their bloodwebs. So killers are going to get more pies on their bloodwebs because they don't have any of this stuff to drop in their RNG. They're just going to get pies. So killers are going to get more pies on the bloodwebs than survivors. I only got 18 from 50 bloodwebs, and I did that so that I could unlock the bulk blood point spending to show you, because I think that you're going to get more pies if you do the bulk blood point spend. So let's test it out. We're going to go ahead and do 20 levels on Prestige 1 for her, and we'll see how many I get. Yesterday, I was getting between 9 and 19 pies for 20 levels. So let's see what I get. 300,000 blood points. Boom. We'll scroll down here. What did I get? I got 13 out of 20 levels. Now remember, I just did 50 levels and I got 18, right? So I just did 20 levels and I got 13. So I think there's something to this. Let's go ahead and try it on a couple of other characters here. 20 levels on Dwight. $14. I think that the bulk blood point spending is a little more generous than if you manually do the RNG levels one at a time, which I wouldn't have thought that. I would have done manually, thinking that I would miss out on pies that the entity wouldn't take for me automatically. So what do we get? 14. I think that this is the way to go, personally. I've also heard that if you're Prestige 100, that the pies are pretty stingy. Not sure why that is. 11, so that was a little lower. Worst I had is 9. I would say it was around 13, 14 on average per 20 levels. So I think that the bulk blood point spend is the way to go to accumulate the most pie. Couple more for science, just so we have a bigger data pool here. Okay, I have the points to spend, so let's do it. Nea, 20 levels. Remember, these pies don't expire after the event. You can use them year round. I generally get enough pie anniversary cakes to use every game till next year, so you want to get as many of these as possible here. 12. Okay, let's try David. We'll do David as the last one here. 20 levels on David. What do we get? 12. That's cute though. Look, they all have this because they're free for the anniversary. They all have this funky frame around them. That's cute. Okay, now for the overview and the gameplay details. Be the life and death of the party. Celebrate chaos and carnage at this year's Twisted Masquerade. Twists and tricks. Tricks returns with invitations in each trial to help you survive or hunt. But there are more twists to be had. Check the gameplay details tab to learn more. And dress to impress. Complete quests to receive new masks, weapons, outfits, badges, banners, as well as gilded trinkets that can be exchanged for customizations in the store. David King and the Wraith are dressed to the nines in full anniversary outfits. Ingredients high in blood points. Don't pass on party treats. The Coconut Scream Pie provides a whopping 109% extra blood points in a trial. Look for it in the blood web along with previously seen Masquerade survivor items. Stay tuned for more Twisted news. Visit our socials for more information on the Twisted Masquerade event and the unlockable rewards. Here are your gameplay details for the Twisted Masquerade with survivor and killer gameplay. The Bag of Tricks. The Bag of Tricks applies status effects and or temporary changes to objectives. The first trick is activated at the start of the trial. And additionally, each time 2 party events occur, a generator is completed, or a survivor is hooked for the first time, an additional trick is activated, and the Bag of Tricks is disabled at the end game collapse. These are the different tricks. These are going to appear up in your top left-hand corner of the game to let you know what trick is in effect. You're invited. Killer and survivors each gain 1 invitation charge. No invite for you. Removes 1 invitation charge from killer and survivors. Peekaboo. Is that the peekaboo symbol? I thought the peekaboo was like the mask holding the eye down. I'll have to check in game. Peekaboo. Killer and survivor auras are revealed to everybody for 8 seconds. Move it or lose it. Apply 20% haste to the killer and survivor for 30 seconds. Heal you and expose you. All survivors receive 1 health state or are mended if they are inflicted with deep wound, and then are afflicted with exposed for 30 seconds. Wait, where? Suppresses the killer terror radius and survivor scratch marks for 30 seconds. Party totems. All dull totems become anniversary totems and glow in the festive blue and gold tint. Anniversary totems grant blood points. You get 3,500 blood points, by the way, at least from survivor. 10% haste for 4 seconds, and reveal your aura to the opposing role when successfully channeled. Interrupted interactions only provide blood points. An anniversary totem becomes a dull totem after the gift has been granted. Party chest. All unopened chests become anniversary chests and glow in a festive blue and gold tint within 8 meters, and after 60 seconds, all anniversary chests open on their own in an explosion of festive confetti. I forgot about that. When within the aura range of any anniversary chest, as it happens, survivors scream and suffer 25% hindered for 4 seconds, and the killer is stunned. I forgot about that. I'm going to try to make that happen. So see what I mean? Like when you see these blue things on the map and people are going for them, like these are 3,500 points, survivors are going to be going for them. This is the stuff that's going to slow down objectives, and it makes it killer-sided to me when people are going for these things. Anywho, the invitation pillars are similarly in that same color of the blue and gold tint, and those will have these invitations at the top. You'll walk up to the pillar and collect it. If there's not one there, it means somebody took it, but it will respawn. Eventually, you'll be able to get another one. an endgame collapse, they're all gone. Invitations and charges. Invitations are used to activate your abilities. Their location are revealed to you within 8 meters of them. Collecting an invitation rewards 1 ability charge, and ability charges passively recharge after receiving at least 1 invitation. So you just need to get 1 invitation, and then your powers will respawn in game. Survivor powers. Invitation abilities. Block a window vault in the chase. A survivor can make a window unvaultable for the killer for 4 seconds, and you can set a party palette. Party palette creates a party palette in an unused palette location. And then quiet mode, which reduces your grunts of pain, footstep noises, and fast actions and pools of blood by 100% for 15 seconds. I would suggest that you're constantly spamming your ability button because it's worth points in game. So you want to maximize points, always be using your ability button in game as Survivor. Killer abilities. Endure a stun. In a chase, it reduces the stun duration by 50% for the next 4 seconds. Remote destroy. Break a distant pallet or a breakable wall. So if you're in a chase around, a loop that has a pesky pallet, you can remotely break the pallet mid-chase and down your survivor. It's a lot of fun, but not for the survivors. Remote hook. Look at a nearby hook to charge up sending a carried survivor to that hook. You don't have to carry the person to the hook. You just push a button and they just get like tossed there like the longest 3-point shot you've ever seen in the NBA. And I've seen some killers use, by the way, if it's far enough, if the hook is far enough away from you that you select a remotely hook, it will instantly activate Grim Embrace. So I've seen some killers run Grim Embrace and Scourge Hook and Dead Man Switch to really lock down gens. You just remotely hook somebody and boom, instantly all the gens have Grim Embrace, plus you got a Scourge Hook, plus they got pushed off the gen, so it has Dead Man Switch for a long time. It is nutty. These are going to be some pretty soft killer games out there, I think. Okay, so that's your roundup of the event. Hopefully that was helpful. Good luck to you in your games, getting your quests, getting everything done, and collecting all your items and trinkets. Don't forget, this collection here is limited time. You only have 20 days to collect all these items before they're gone for at least a year, maybe longer. Who knows? But it's limited time for now, and obviously I sure would appreciate it if you were to use code Paulie in game here before you make any of your purchases. Sure would appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. As always, thank you for watching. I appreciate the time that you spend here with me on my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as it helps the channel a ton. And don't forget to take care of each other in and out of the fog, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
It's a Gen Rush life for us. It's a Gen Rush life for us. Set a hiding, we do gens. Set a randoms, we got friends. It's a Gen Rush life.